23. Mia had a beautiful flower shop that made her very happy, helping people bring a little nature into their lives in the city. Her store was a haven of colors and perfumes, where people came not only in search of flowers, but also to feel the warm and welcoming energy she emanated. One day, Mia heard the sound of a luxury car stopping on the sidewalk. Out came the famous chef, Sir Thomas Henry, and his fiancée, the renowned architect Charlotte. They entered the store in a very elegant manner. Charlotte, however, looked at the flowers as if she didn't really like them, thinking they were too simple for her. Thomas, however, was impressed by the beauty of the flowers and, perhaps wanting to surprise Charlotte, he went to the counter where he soon noticed Mia, who was arranging the bouquets carefully. "I want the most beautiful flowers you have," he said in a voice full of superiority. Mia introduced herself to them and with her special talent for understanding people, welcomed them very well, but she soon noticed that Charlotte was disinterested, staring into space. Even so, she continued her service and chose the flowers with great care, making a beautiful bouquet for Thomas. When she handed the bouquet to Charlotte, she accepted it without much enthusiasm and, to Mia's surprise, she said arrogantly that she didn't like those flowers and that she wouldn't accept them. The store was silent for a moment as everyone there noticed Charlotte's rudeness. Mia was saddened by Charlotte's attitude, but Thomas, seeing his fiancée's cruelty, felt anger rising within him. He was hurt that his kindness had been overlooked and decided to take action. How much do these flowers cost?" he asked, pointing to the bouquet that Charlotte had left there anyway. "It's okay, sir." Priceless," Mia replied firmly, her eyes reflecting a mixture of disappointment and determination. "Then consider them a gift for you," said Thomas, depositing a sum of money on the counter with a determined gesture. With a serious look at Charlotte, he left the store, an aura of defiance hanging in the air. Mia, still surprised, was intrigued by Thomas's imposing presence, saw in his eyes a sparkle of respect, understanding, and something more. There was a mystery there. And Thomas, when looking at Mia, realized that she was a very beautiful woman, which heightened his curiosity about her even more, as he found himself captivated by her radiant smile. Although it was a casual meeting, from the moment their eyes met, a spark of desire lit up between them. It was as if several fireworks exploded in the night sky, with bright and vibrant colors. How can such a strong feeling arise between two people who barely know each other, right? As the days went by, Mia and Thomas still felt the warmth of that exchanged look, the touch of hands when giving and receiving flowers. In their memories, Mia and Thomas still felt that warm touch. Thomas knew he was committed to marrying Charlotte. The wedding was important to unite two respected families in the city and everyone was looking forward to it. He also thought it was right, until that day at the flower shop. After what happened, Thomas realized how spoiled and insensitive Charlotte was. But, contrasting with that, there was the beautiful and warm look of the florist. He was very curious about her and decided to return to the florist, pretending that he needed flowers to decorate an event at his home. When he entered the store, he discreetly observed Mia, wanting to get to know her better. Thomas found Mia very charming and felt very attracted to her. He stood there desiring her more than anything. But, knowing he was committed to Charlotte, he left the store without saying anything to Mia. She noticed Thomas's presence, but preferred to act as if she hadn't seen him, because he had also touched her feelings since the day she gave him the flowers rejected by his bride. Thomas's eyes, the touch of his hands when he handed over the flowers, remained in Mia's mind. She didn't have the courage to approach him when she saw him in the corner of the store, just looking at her from afar. The two knew they were feeling something strong, but circumstances prevented them from getting closer. After a few days, unable to control his desires and impulses, Thomas decided to wait for Mia at the end of the day, outside the flower shop. One rainy day, Thomas parked his car in front of the store. Shortly after, Mia ran out to escape the rain. Thomas came down and offered, "Hi, Mia. Remember me? I was here a few days ago." Mia was surprised by Thomas's sudden presence. She smiled, saying, "Hi. I do remember you." I couldn't believe he was really there. He soon said, "It's raining a lot and it's cold. Would you accept a ride home?" She thought for a moment, but accepted the invitation to take shelter from the freezing rain. The silence inside the car was intense, but their hearts were beating fast. A passion was growing between them. Hearts beat in unison, longing to be together. They needed to quench the fire of desire and love that burned within them. Their minds were filled with libidinous thoughts and intense desires, while the rain fell outside. We're here," Mia announced, interrupting the moment. But before getting out of his car, still a little embarrassed, she said, "Well, we don't have much intimacy. I've only seen you a few times in my store, but if you want, we can have a cup of hot coffee to warm up. What do you think?" suggested Mia, offering hospitality. "Of course yes," replied Thomas, feeling a deep joy in spending more time with her. Coffee was served, and the two, still in silence, had thoughts full of imagination and desire. As he sipped his coffee, Thomas decided it was time to leave. Mia accompanied him to the door, but before he left, taken by an impulse, he kissed her. Mia was surprised, but ended up giving in to his affection. Finally, they transformed the desires that dwelt in the imagination into reality. After a night of many pleasures, desires and passion, Mia and Thomas still gave in to the desires they were feeling. They didn't want to let go anymore. One night wasn't enough for them. They were full of love, filled with a fire they couldn't control and wanted more and more. The attraction they felt for each other was something surreal. It seems like it was a meeting of souls, doesn't it? For 2 days, Mia's flower shop was closed, and Thomas was nowhere to be seen around town. Mia didn't ask anything. She just wanted to be close to Thomas, without worrying about anything else. She thought, just a little more time. Waiting for time to stop for them. The days that followed felt like the pages of a forbidden love story. Thomas began visiting the flower shop and Mia's house regularly. The flowers saw the love between them grow, even if it started with a little misunderstanding and a generous gesture. But real life isn't always the same as our dreams, right? Soon, they had to return to their social responsibilities. But they weren't the same people as before. Thomas, after everything that happened at the flower shop and his relationship with Mia, began to wonder if he really suited Charlotte. He realized that her superficial beauty and status was nothing compared to the genuine beauty he found in Mia's simplicity and sincerity. Driven by a desire to find true happiness, he decided to end the engagement. But it wasn't easy. When everyone found out, Thomas's family was very surprised and sad at first. But Thomas was determined. He didn't waver in his choice. He explained that true love cannot be forced or bought. He was willing to face anything for that love. At a social event, Charlotte saw Mia decorating a room with flowers. But instead of speaking to her politely, Charlotte acted provocatively and rudely. She tried to challenge Mia, asking where she came from and insinuating that someone like her, a simple flower seller, had no place in high society circles. It's funny, said Charlotte, that Thomas left the sophistication of our class for a simple flower seller. Aren't you afraid that the love between you two is just a passing fling, a momentary whim of a man looking to satisfy his sexual desires? Said Charlotte, looking fixedly at Mia. But Mia was unfazed. Calmly, she replied with dignity. A true love is not measured by social status, Charlotte. It is a feeling that grows where there is true love, no matter what people say. These words only increased the tension between them, and it became clear that Charlotte would not be able to change Mia's decision. Thomas saw this whole scene from afar, and was sure that his choice was right and that the love between him and Mia was strong enough to withstand anything. Charlotte's attitude and the looks of people of her social class were important for Thomas to decide to ask Mia to marry him, because he knew that she did not deserve to be treated badly because of her social position. Then, on a beautiful, sunny afternoon, with the church decorated with beautiful flowers, the church bells rang. Mia and Thomas got married. Thus, once again, a story of two people from different worlds. A passion that arose full of burning desires became a relationship full of love and affection, showing that true love can overcome anything, even the barriers that society places. The relationship between the noble chief and the flower girl grew suddenly and became something strong, even with the problems that Charlotte tried to cause, showing that true love can overcome any challenge. The moral of this story is that true love overcomes any social differences or societal expectations. When two people connect sincerely, with respect and authenticity, they can face any challenge. The important thing is to follow your heart and seek genuine happiness, as this is the key to a lasting and true relationship. Hey, guys! Thank you very much for watching until the end. If you liked this love story full of twists, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.